It is time. I am ready to do my first impressions using the She-Hulk palette by Urban Decay. I have been so good. I swatched the other palettes I need to swatch. I have one more to swatch for you at some point. But I really did want to get the other looks out because I felt like if I didn't take care of the other palettes, I would just be playing with this one. So this is the She-Hulk palette. There are 13 shadows in the palette. And I am focusing these days on green eyeshadow, so you can be assured that this one is going to get a ton of love today. And of course, it is basically the main shadow in the palette, so of course I have to use it, right? Of course. And lime green and purple are my favorite colors, so obviously I have to use at least the lime green. I did a base look for my face, and so I have my cheek products and whatnot on, but I do not have, obviously, eyeshadow. And I did mean to put some black eyeliner before starting, so I'll do that right now because otherwise I look like a ghost on camera. That is too far away from me. I need a mirror. So I'm going to use this quad from... Oh, yeah, I was making a mess already. Why didn't you tell me? Okay, so I'm just doing the upper waterline. This is a Makeup Forever Aqua Resist pencil, and it's not very Aqua Resist. So until it sets, it transfers onto the bottom lashes, by the way. It's not immediately waterproof. It needs to set first, so... And I don't know too many people who can stop blinking for a minute, so it usually transfers to the lower lash line. But is it very smooth? Absolutely, it's very smooth. I meant to do this before going on camera, but better late than never. And what I have in my brows is a concoction of kind of a pomade for my brows. I just mix some wax and brown powder, and usually it works out fine. I'm not super fussy when it comes to eyebrows. I just do with whatever I have. So this is done, and I can go to the palette now. My face is pretty much all done. I have foundation, I have contour, I have a blush, and is there anything else there to talk about? Oh, and I have lip gloss on. But that's pretty much it. And I did put concealer under my eyes. All right, we are going for the palette. And I was gushing, when I did the swatches, I was gushing about this background in the palette. But I'm gushing no more because it dawned on me after the video that there is no mirror. So for a palette of this size, to not have a mirror is really unusual. So I will add a mirror into the palette like so, and we'll use the palette that way. I just don't know how else to do it. Of course, I have a mirror under the camera, but for my use away from a bathroom mirror, if there's no mirror in the palette, this is not exactly a travel-friendly palette, if you know what I mean. Okay, I'm ready to start. Now, if I did not have already a base on my eye, I would be using this shadow right here, which is a light beige, and it's called Case Closed. And I don't need that right now because I do have kind of a very, very light peach, let's call it a shadow to eliminate the blue and red veins on my eyelid. I want to go straight in, and I think I'm going to go with... That's too easy. I was going to go with this one, which would have taken me over to this one, and those are shadows, those are types of colors I wear all the time, so I'm not going to do that. I am going to use Crushing It, and this one, and then we'll see what else I use, but I really need to challenge myself a little bit. I'm going to use this brush, which is the Multitasker Concealer Brush, and I never use it for concealer, and it's from Sephora. So let me just go right into crushing it, and we will see how it goes. I need a mirror. This palette business with no mirror, okay, that's a major blow, Urban Decay. What the heck were you thinking? I really love the two design flip, but it cost me a mirror, and that's a lot. That's a big cost right there. Okay. Wow, that packs a punch. Okay. That was one dip. Not going back in because that's a lot of color. Just using whatever's left on the brush. Whew, that is heavy duty. Okay. Way more saturated than I expected, and the sparkle from Crush is really not showing up, which I'm okay with. So it maybe is helping with blending. I'm good with it, no problem. And because Crush is pretty pigmented, I think I'm going to go straight into the lime green, which is called Hulk Out. Very obviously a good name, but this is the shadow. Hulk Out, and I'm going to go right into the inner lid right away. And let's see how it goes. I might have to go with the finger. It's not really picking up all that much, which is kind of a bummer. So I picked some up with my finger, and I should be able to intensify the color pretty quickly by doing that. Oh yeah, see the difference? Finger application is always so nice when it is a tacky color. Meaning tacky to the touch, not tacky as in that poor taste. Okay, I'm going back in with my finger. Anybody who does not like finger application is probably not going to like this shadow. Okay, and I don't feel like putting the shadow all the way out, but it does seem to have a little bit of translucent nature to it. And I just kind of extended it, and it almost looks like it goes from green to gold, and that's not a bad look. So I'm actually partial to it. I'm okay with it. I think I want to take the green up higher though, and I'll use my brush for that, and that's the multitasker brush from Smashbox. If you can still find it, I doubt it. I think they were all discontinued. There's not much left on the Smashbox site. And just going back to this brush because I have a little bit of inconsistency here. I like to have it even. Okay, I think the green is done, and I do feel like, do I or don't I? No, I'm going to leave it as is. I was going to deepen the outer lid, but I think this is enough. If anything, I want to go back to the brush I used to do my base look and just kind of soften up this area with whatever's left on the brush. Just yeah, to soften that up a little bit. And I think I want to do liner on the bottom lash. And I'm going to take a stand, this one right here, for liner on the lower lash line. So let's do that right now. Okay, so I have my very, very tiny precision smudger brush, and I'm going to go into take a stand, which I showed you was a chocolate brown matte, and go right onto the lower lash line. I was about to start applying on the upper lash line, but that is not what I'm doing. I will do a liquid liner for that. I've been really enjoying this whole going into the greens and green eye color, thinking that it would always clash and not look great. Now, I've always been okay with lime green on the inner lid, but as far as a full green look, that's what I've always been staying away from. So this is pretty tame for me today. It's something that I'm definitely comfortable with. But overall, the foray into using more greens and more types of greens on the upper lid has been, well, upper lower lid, has been a fun adventure so far, and I'm really quite enjoying using the 4 palettes that have a lot of green that I'm trying to use more, and it's been good. It's been good. Do I want to do anything else? I think I'm okay because I've got a highlighter on my brow bone. That's done. That's done. I did bring the Crushing It on to the lower lash line, so I don't feel like I need to put more than that liner that I added. So I'm going to go right to the liquid liner on the upper lash line and mascara. Okay, I had a slight interruption, but I am back and I am ready to do the liner. And for that, I will use the same mirror as I was using before from the Natasha Denona, what is it, Love Glow Quad. If you haven't seen the video on that one yet, I'll put it right there. You might find it horrific or funny. I'm not sure which one. Anyway, okay, so I've got my liquid liner from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It has a little container with the product and then the wand. And I'm just going to do a quick liner. As we know, I have some liner in the upper waterline already. This is basically like a finishing touch. And I'm not going to do a wing, I'm just going to end it right at the end of my, the corner of my eye. And that is plenty for me. And I'm going to go with the Freak mascara. Seems suiting since I used the Hulk palette. And Freak, it makes me wonder if they knew about the Hulk palette way back when they released this mascara. Because Freak mascara, Hulk, I think that was already in the works. But I could be wrong. The coincidence is interesting to me. I don't think it's a coincidence. Yes, and then tell everyone what you think 3 different ways in 1 minute. Okay, and I do like this mascara. It applies a good amount of product. So if you want BAM lashes, you get BAM lashes with this mascara. I did manage to put a little bit too much up here. Let's see if I can just do a little damage control here. That's not working. Hang on a second. There we go. Sometimes the mascara has a tendency of wanting to clump on me. It doesn't happen a lot, but once in a while. And so I just have to separate the lashes a little bit, and anything will do. Please don't do something with a needle or something like that close to your eye, but just anything that has a little bit of a spike to it, like the end of a brush to do your brows or whatever. Usually that works relatively well, but I needed to get close to a mirror, so I had to get off camera for a minute. But yeah, that is the look on that side. So I will go and replicate this whole thing on the other end. I was going to say on the other end. On the other end of this video maybe, but on the other eye, and I'll come back and show you the final look. So hang tight, and if you are wondering what gloss I'm wearing, it has 2 different names. What is it on this one? It is the Lucy de Labra. I think the newest packaging does not have that same name, and it's not showing the other one on here. But it is a beautiful color that was gifted to me by my friend Louise. And it's a really comfortable super gloss, and they have a lot of different colors to this line, and it's the Rimmel Oh My Gloss. So I really quite like it. Okay, off to do the other eye. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Both eyes are done. I'm really happy. I am a big fan of the Freak mascara for sure. I mean, I did one coat on each side and it's like one and done. That's it. I did talk about the Lucy Delabra gloss from Rimmel, the Oh My Gloss series of glosses. And I once I got both eyes done, I just felt like it didn't work. So I wiped that off and I put on this Vice. This one is called Physique, and it is the Stay Naked Vice little lip glosses. It's a wand. It's like almost like a liquid lipstick, but not quite. It's between a liquid lipstick and a gloss. Definitely does not dry down at all. So more, I'm going to call it a more pigmented gloss. Pretty much what it is. It's a little bit on the pinky salmony side almost, but it seems to go reasonably well with the eyeshadow, so I'm not upset about it whatsoever. I think it looks pretty good. I don't have any problem with the application. I think the look turned out pretty well. This is a lot more orange than what I would normally wear, but again, Crushing It has a lot of pigmentation. Where is it? Right here. And if you want something a little lighter, but you still want to use the lime green, this one is a nice lighter color than Crushing It, but I don't think Crushing It is overpowering. I think it's a reasonable hue. I don't think I would go any deeper than that, other than maybe doing the outer corner, but I didn't want to do the same type of look every single time. So I decided to dispense with the deepening of the outer lid. We don't always have to do that, you know? We can change things up, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm happy. I'm happy with the look. I hope you are too. And I look forward to your comments, and I look forward to your requests for other combinations. I would be very happy to entertain a certain number of colors. If you have some preferred color names, I'm just going to go slowly because the ring light is a problem. There we go. So you have all the names, and let me know if you want to do want me to do a look with certain shadows. I'm up for it. I definitely want to do somewhat of a lookbook with this palette, and I'm smitten. I'm smitten with the packaging. I do now have to say I don't like the fact that there's no mirror. But yeah, I'm enjoying this initial look, and I'm looking forward to creating more. That's it. You've heard enough from me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.